Hello everyone and welcome. In this video I would like to help you and show you how we can navigate to the Tebis community. One of the first things that you need to do is to access the web page. You can just simply open up your browser and type in support.tebis.com and it will take you straight to this page. From here you're going to have either a way to log in if you are already a user with credentials, or if you are a first-time user, you're gonna have to use the register button. So if you click on register as a first time, you're gonna have to fill up your first name, your last name, your business email address, and this is very important because one of the requirements to give you access to the Tebis community is we need to verify if you are a Tebis user, right? We can do that by verifying the company domain. Here you can also input your company name and it will show us that you are a current Tebis user. And also we need to make sure that your company is also still in maintenance, which means if your company have not been in maintenance, let's say for a year or two, you also might get denied access to the Tebis community. So one of the requirements is you make sure you use your business email address and make sure also you input your company name and make sure that your company is in maintenance. Once you have this information, accept the terms, you can submit the registration request and you should be able to receive an email back with your credentials. That's for first time using, that way you can set up your password and have full access to the Tebis community. So I can show you how it looks like if you do have access to the Tebis community. So here, once you do have access to the Tebis community, you're gonna find yourself into this homepage where you can search keywords such as let's say if you're interested in finding anything about parametric, right? Search, and then here's gonna give you all of the research results that has a parametric indication into it, right? You can go by knowledge to topics or Tebis technology if there's any, and that is one way you can use the Tebis community. You have here all of the news about releases, the previous releases or newer releases. If you click down, you will find tips and tricks for the Tebis 4.1 videos. For example, if you click there, you're gonna have access to a lot of videos, right? It could be something that either you're exploring or something specific that you may be looking to learn into the newer releases. But you will have a lot of videos that's going to be available for you here. Besides that, you do have some installation or Tebis website. If you have any questions or if you want to look at other people submitted questions to the Tebis community, you can click on this link. And from here you're gonna find a lot of questions overview. You might find some in German, but there are gonna be some, for example, in English. This is kind of like a hub where people or Tebis users from all over the world will be able to submit questions. You can see, for example, comments, what other people may have said. Sometimes what I would do is you can always translate all of this, right? So kind of trick to help me translate. If I go here for my web browser, you should have an option here that says translate to English, and then just if I'm curious enough, I can say like, oh, I want to know about the 3D connections. I can always see the answers in English translated. You are also able to ask a question yourself. Let's say if you run into a scenario, maybe it's not rush. You can always, of course, reach out to our Tebis support, but maybe something that you're curious about, you can select ask a questions. Here you're gonna select what is this question is about. Is it about CAD, CAM, measurement, installation, etc. And then here you can type in the details. What would you like to know? and then select ask, and maybe other people will be able to answer that question if they're into a situation like that, or one of the Tebis users will also be able to answer that questions. So that is one of the benefit of having access to the Tebis community, in my opinion, is you have access to the questions, the learning, the videos, etc., etc. Besides that, going back now to the homepage, one of the biggest benefit also is going to have access to the help desk. So I am certain at a certain point, each one of you have submitted a case to Tebis, and usually the most common way to submit a case to Tebis support team is by emailing us to support@tebisusa.com. You can still do that, and that is still like a valid way to submit a request or a case, or to ask question or seeking help. You can also click on the help desk right here. From the help desk, this is the Tebis Community Help Desk button. If that is something that you would like to start using from now on, submitting all of your cases through here, one of the biggest benefit is you can see all of your cases, the history. For example, you can see all of my case numbers right here, the technology, all of my previous or closed case, right? So it does give you history about everything that you have submitted. You are able to create a case from here. An example, if I select create case and scroll down, you're able to pick all of the options you need, so you can be specific. For example, what is the version of Tebis I'm currently using? What is my case is about? Maybe it is about CAD design. In which area here you can select if it does give you an option. For example, if you go to cam milling, then you're gonna have different areas. For example, like 3 axes, is it 5 axes, is it like residual machining? You can create a subject saying questions about 5 axes milling. In the description here, you can input, for example, I need help with 5 axes machining. You can also, of course, be more specific. If you want to input or add like screenshot or photos, you can add them all here in the description details. You can here, once everything is done and selected, you can hit submit, and once you submit that case, it's gonna go straight to our queue from our help support team. Another cool thing about it is that here you can see the current editor. If somebody took your case, you should be able to see it here. What is the status of the case right now is pending. Nobody has taken that case. But if somebody later on is working on this case, you can see is it in work. Maybe somebody asked you a question, is pending customer request. You can see that. If, for example, one of our team member have posted something for you here in the post, so you should be able to see it, or you can create comments. For example, what is the status of this case? Any update? Just as an example. And you can add it right here, you can share it, and then you can also update everything from here. So I will show you, for example, if somebody would take this case, so if somebody took this case and now it's pending, I'm going to show you an example. Okay, so what I have done is I went into the Tebis support and I have accepted this page. So I'm going to refresh this. And now you can see that you have one of the Tebis team member took this case. For example, I'll just put my name. I'm the current editor and the case owner. I have set the status, for example, to be work in progress. Later on, if it's changed the status, you can always update and see it. I can create, for example, a post for you. A post for you here where you can see it. So I can give you an example of that. So what I have done is I added a comment from the customer support. So here, if I refresh this, you're gonna find a comment that's been submitted by the current editor. Can you upload your data? I can make comments, I can write down. And also from here, you should get notification about what has been done. You can enable your communication. For example, one of the question is, if I'm not in the Tebis community, will I be able to receive notification if somebody posted for me, comment or updated? Yes, but you might have to configure that. So if you go, for example, to my profile, right here, you can go to your settings. And if you do scroll down, you do have email notification, enable email notification. If this is blue, it means it's enable. If it's grayed out like that, or it's like a white square, there's nothing. You can see everything here is grayed out, so you're not really gonna be able to receive email notification if somebody posts on my profile, or somebody like comments on items, or comments after me, or make mentions, etc, etc. So I would recommend that you go to your profile, to your settings, and enable email notifications, and from that center point, hit save. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this was beneficial for you and I was able to answer all of your questions.